This right here is the new Insta360 Ace Pro 2. And I know you're asking, so Siobhan, what can it do? Let me show you. So yeah, everything you just seen has been shot on this little action camera right here. This is actually my first action camera like this from Insta360, and I'm thoroughly just impressed. First off, we have to talk about the unboxing experience. So if you care about what you get inside the box, here you go. Well, we have the Ace Pro 2 front and center with a USB-C charger and of course the paperwork. We have the battery, the standard magnetic mount for using attachments, and the mic cap. Now, as you can see right here, the camera itself is really well built and it's rugged. I've been using it for the past week, you know, just tossing it around, placing it at areas that you would second guess if you're using like a bigger camera. That's the beauty of these action cameras. It gives me the confidence just to put it anywhere I want and get that specific shot. It also has this 2.5-inch flip out touchscreen, and this is clutch for just framing up your shots. If you're vlogging, you could see exactly what you're recording, or if you're just capturing unique angles, you could flip it down, like you could point the camera up, flip the screen out so you could still see whatever you're shooting. Super clutch. Now on the Ace Pro 2, Insta360 also improved the screen brightness by 6% and made a 70% increase in pixel density on the main screen. And you could attest to this by just going outside. You can see how bright it gets, and the detail that you see on the screen is super sharp. Now, in terms of usability, I found this camera to be incredibly easy to use. The power button is on the left side right here, and the main record button is right up here at the top. Now, to make things even easier, Insta360 also added gesture controls. So basically, if you have a camera up like this, all you have to do is just put your palms up, hold it like this, it recognizes and starts recording. If you want to take pictures, you put up a peace sign, and then it will count down and snap a pic. To me, that's super cool. You could just do it hands-free. Love that. So in terms of navigation, once everything is powered on, it's super easy to navigate throughout the OS. All you have to do is just swipe right for exposure settings, swipe left to check out your gallery and your recently shot videos and pictures. You swipe up for resolution settings, you swipe down for general settings, and if you swipe in the middle of the screen, you could change the different camera modes. And from that camera mode section, you could basically select whichever shooting mode you want to shoot in, and then it will reflect on this front display right here. So you're just always aware of whichever modes you're shooting in. Super clutch. For me personally, usually I like to just record in the standard video mode and shoot at 4K 60. Yes, you could also record in log, but honestly, when it comes to action cameras like this, I just want to shoot and get ready to export and upload. Especially for this review, I want to show you guys exactly what you could get directly out this camera, so I didn't test any of those fancy log settings. Now, if you're on the go and you want to like transfer and upload footage, you could also control the camera wirelessly through the mobile app. But if you're inside the app, this is what it looks like. It's very simple, straightforward. If you go to the albums, here you could see all the videos that you've shot, videos and pictures that you've shot. And if you want to export something, you just select it right here. You choose the export settings, hit export, and boom, there you go. By the way, export time's super fast. The 2 chips that they have in here, the processing speeds and everything, immaculate. And that's right into my camera roll already. So this is the highlight feature I was talking about. So you just want to go to auto edit. You just select a couple of videos while I was playing soccer or football. That's what I like to call it. Select 1, 2, let's select this one, that one, and hit next. Now it just analyzes the clips and it spits out this really cool video. Once it's finished analyzing the video, it literally just spits out the edit for you, and it's pretty cool. Like, look at this. I didn't edit anything. It just chops up the clips and created like a super fun video that's already ready to share. That's sick, bro. Text, transitions, all ready to upload. So that's how easy it is to use the mobile app. I love it. Okay, so I know you clicked on this video because you obviously want to see what the video quality looks like this year, and it looks really good. This is what the 4K image quality looks like. There's a bunch of different camera views you could choose from as well, depending on what you're doing. It now has a wider field of view, coming in at 157 degrees, upgraded from the previous 151 degrees on the Ace Pro. I'm currently shooting in the action view mode right now, and this is what it looks like. This is the new mega view, and this would be like the default view. It's still very wide, but it has a less distortion around the edges. Now we're on to ultra view. This is really good as well, especially if you're playing sports. D-warp view is a great option for vlogging as well. And finally, we have the linear view, and this is probably the best setting to use if you want a more natural look without any distortion on the edges. Insta360 is partnered with Leica for the lens, and now they're using a new 1.3-inch 8K sensor, and for starters, this is what the 4K image looks like. Okay, so I know you clicked on this video because you obviously want to see what the video quality looks like this year, and it looks really good. This new Leica 8K sensor can shoot up to 8K 30 FPS and super slow-mo at 4K 120 FPS. And look how smooth that is. And if that wasn't slow enough for you, you could also shoot at 240 FPS at 1080p. Unreal. I know 8K might sound mental for action camera, but if you really want the best out of the camera and you planning on zooming or cropping in later, this might be ideal. I did shoot some test footage for you guys though, so let me know how it looks down below in the comments. If you really want your action cam footage to look a little bit different from the others and somewhat unique, you can also play with different color profile that's baked into the camera. I always shoot on standard, and this is what it looks like. Vivid color profile might be good for like cinematic shots. Now you have the Leica Natural, which looks like this. It's very much low saturation and higher contrast. Then you have the Leica Vivid, which is just the opposite. This has more contrast and a higher saturation, just richer colors overall. Then you have the portrait look, low contrast with cool white tones. And now this is the film look right here. This will give you those classic blue and green tones. You have the vintage look for those retro vibes if you're into that type of stuff. And then you have the urban color profile, which is very warm. And the night color profile has that teal and orange vibe that was super trendy back then. I'm not sure if it's trendy right now, but everything is pretty good, just depending on the look that you're going for. And the fact that it's baked right into the camera makes life so much easier to switch up your look. Some extra cool features I found that I liked with this camera is that whenever you plug it in, you could use it as a dash cam while driving, which is kind of cool. I did do some test footage in the nighttime. You have the timestamp down below and everything. You could also use it as a webcam, so you could plug it into your Mac, your laptop, whatever the case might be, and then literally use it as a webcam for your Zoom calls if you want to take pics. The fact that they give us the option to do this is really appreciated. You could also use it as reverse charging to juice up other devices if it dies. Of course, it charges itself as well. The Ace Pro 2 this year has a bigger 1800 mAh battery, and it could be fast charge, powering your camera to 80% in just 18 minutes and fully charge it in 47 minutes. There's also this new endurance mode, which offers a 50% longer runtime at 4K 30 FPS than the predecessor. Stabilization is also solid. Most of my shots were either handheld or shot while using a selfie stick, but here's a test using standard stabilization. And then here's a test using high stabilization. So yeah, both are extremely good. There's also, of course, horizon lock, which is really cool, caught me by surprise. It basically keeps the footage upright and level even when you're shaking or rotating the camera. One thing Insta360 has been really known for is the incredible low light performance on their action cameras, and this one is no exception. I went out and shot a few low light tests, and I was just surprised at how well it managed to capture detail in these conditions. When I tried the pure video mode though, I was even more amazed. It basically uses AI AI to magically bring out more detail from the shadows, and it's a total game changer. Also, side note, shout out to that new dedicated Pro imaging chip as well, which helps with the noise reduction and image processing. On top of that, it's also using a 5nm AI chip for even more further image processing and smoother performance overall. So yeah, this action camera is rocking 2 chips inside, and man, I did try to take some pictures. Just look at these pictures I took in the 50 megapixel mode. So this is a good little mic quality test. This is what the mic sounds like if I'm just in my crib chilling, controlled environment, not too much noise. But then, and this is what it sounds like when you're outside. This is the audio quality you could expect. I think it really sounds good because Insta360 did upgrade the mics on this series camera, and it's using an all-new wind guard for the best audio quality. And I did listen to it like when I was back at the crib, and it sounds really good. I hate saying for an action camera, but it's true. It sounds really good. The bass was picking up well, and this can be removed as well magnetically. So when you're going underwater, you want to swap it out for the other one. But this audio quality sounds really good. I mean, yeah, the camera is also waterproof, of course, but I live in Canada right now and it's literally freezing, and I don't do water sports, so there's no way I could test this but under this sink right here. But it's waterproof up to 39 feet, which is insane, and it's advised that you remove this new wind guard that they added and swap it out for the mic clip. But since I wasn't submerging it, I know I'm fine. But yeah, just so you guys know, of course, this action camera is waterproof, and hopefully you enjoyed my little waterproof test. Let's see, does it still work? Yes, it does. So yeah, that's been my experience using the Insta360 Ace Pro 2 for the last week. I definitely expect to see more content from this camera on the channel. It's perfect to just use like on the go, to get creative angles. Putting it in positions that you'd never thought about putting a camera before. This is where this camera right here shines. This thing right here is so good. And you know what? If you never tried an action camera before, this is the time to try it because it just keeps getting more and more fun. By the way, huge thanks to Insta360 again for making this video possible, and I'll leave the first links down below in the description to pick up this camera. If you guys enjoyed it or have any questions, just leave them down below. Just in case I missed anything, I'd love to answer them. Let's have our conversation. As always, guys, love, peace, and tweaks. Signing out. That was cool, right?
You're naked. Wallahi, didn't say wallahi, did.
All right, let's cut.
Let's go.